What's poppin', Hbar? Good, y'all. I'm back. Just grab some water. Looks like our live stream is back. All right, let me enter the studio here. Oh. Currently signing on StreamYard, the live stream. There you go. On desktop. So again, if you guys are on the Spaces side of things, feel free to jump on the broadcast. Let me pull it up here for you guys. 1 second. If you guys are on the show, you're on the Spaces side. Okay. If you're in an alpha chat as well, you already saw the link. Yeah, I missed you guys yesterday in the broadcast side of things. Bunch of you guys, tune in over there. So we missed some of you yesterday. So yeah, I guess it's just because I didn't have premium, unfortunately. So looks like Mike looks good. That looks good. Let me turn off the banner. Make sure you guys can hear me speaking. Yep, looks like the broadcast is good. What's up, everyone? All right, so this is how we're gonna do it in terms of bringing people up. So if you want to come up as a speaker, here is the link. So you can see it for the broadcast. So here's the crazy thing. Let me go to X really quick. Let me jump over on my profile. Feels weird seeing the blue check mark, but I think it was just a matter of time. It's been something that I was planning on doing. I just haven't done it yet. So now we're premium. I definitely didn't want to sacrifice the live stream side just because I didn't have it. So let's see. If you're on the broadcast, you should be able to see my screen. So this is what we're going to do, right? Those of you guys that are on the Spaces, if you click my profile right now, you're going to see a very specific link under the website section, under the bio. So it says StreamYard.com, whatever is the code behind the backslash, right? So basically what I'm going to have to do for the foreseeable future currently is manually update that link every single time we host a show. So basically just click that, whether you're on desktop, whether you're on mobile, and you will be able to request to speak live on the broadcast. And then if you want to share your screen, you're also welcome to do so as well. And if you want to share your face or your PFP, that's totally fine as well. I don't really care who's anonymous or who's doxed. I'm not really concerned with that. So again, if you guys ever want to come up on the show, on the broadcast, I'd highly recommend jumping in via this link. And again, I'm gonna have to update it every show, just so you guys know as well. And then if you're on the broadcast, the link is up there as well. I know some of you guys might not want to type it in. Oh, you know what? I'd have to update it. I haven't updated today's yet. So let me update it. Give me 1 second, y'all, to update it. Invite guest. H. It's the one that starts with the HKV. So let's update it really quick. Let's get this show on the road. There you go. There's the new link. So again, if you guys are on the broadcast, you should be able to see this link right here again. Literally all you gotta do is click on it. And again, if you guys are in the Spaces side of things, we'll keep hosting Spaces for the time being. I think it's still a way to bring more people into the ecosystem of what we're doing, of course. But yeah, I mean, seeing how well the broadcasts have done and seeing how many people are joining us here. Also, now that we have premium, this has been something I haven't been able to do, but I did set it up last night. So we have about 24 members. I'm privately inviting people, but of course, if you haven't seen it already, literally just go to my profile. Currently, it's public. I am planning on turning it into a private community group, and I'm going to start having some moderators, some admins there too. So again, if you guys are interested, make sure you join it before we turn it private. We want to bring as many people into Hedera as possible, and of course, it's focused around our show as well. So let's see. This is the first show actually since we've had it. So I just made a couple posts within the last few hours. So I did make a poll if you're in it. And then again, if anyone's interested in moderating, let me know as well. But here you go, right? What type of content do you look forward to most during our live stream? I said TA, right? Guest speakers, daily latest news or community updates. So most of you guys hit daily latest news, but of course the vote just opened a few hours ago. So again, if you're in it, if you haven't joined yet, go join, go vote. Let me know what you think. I do want to take the community's feedback seriously on what you guys are feeling, right? What you enjoy the most out of our show. So yeah, there it is. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about or where to look or what, maybe it's your first time here at the Hbar Daily Show, welcome. Go head to the Jumbotron. If you're on the spaces here, there's a link to our live stream or live broadcast. And then here is the new community. I got to create a custom graphic for this really soon. But like I said, we just got premium, so now we're able to live stream again. But the Hbar Daily Show, right? Spreading the word of Hbar to every corner of Web3 via daily live stream shows at 5 p.m. EST. All right, you guys. Well, again, join the Hbar Daily Show community. Literally just go and type in my profile at IPEX Hbar_Hbar, and you will be able to join our daily show link. And I'll share some alpha and stuff there, but we do have a separate alpha chat. I just want to make sure that everyone in the ecosystem is aware of the show and is able to tune in for the latest alpha in the ecosystem, of course, as well. Well, welcome everyone. I hope everyone's doing well on this amazing Tuesday. Had some tacos earlier, Taco Tuesday. It's really cool, honestly. Some places serve tacos cheaper on Taco Tuesday. I don't eat out a ton, but unintended. Yeah, I don't eat out a lot, but Tuesdays, I think it's been a little tradition to eat some tacos. And I'm Hispanic, if you guys didn't know. So yeah, it's definitely up my alley. Don't forget to show some. Why is it doing this? Show some support for our show as well. Liking and retweeting goes a long way for what is going on in our ecosystem. And of course, we're just trying to grow the show as much as possible so we can bring more and more people into Hedera, get them learning about our tech, and hopefully one day, someday soon, building here in our ecosystem. All right, you guys, feel free to request to come up. I'll start bringing up some speakers now if you want to jump up, share any alpha here today. I am going to begin jumping in. I'm just checking my notifications. I'm going to start jumping in on some alpha here, some news that I was seeing here. So let's see this one. I'm not sure if I can share the audio. I feel like I can. Let's see if I can.
To embrace crypto. You have made it so that people can be in Bitcoin. We hear that you are thinking about Ethereum. These are incredible things.
So let me pause this really quick so those of you guys can hear. And then also, if you're on the broadcast, if you can just let me know now, can you hear this video that I just played? Let me know if you can hear it, please. I just want to confirm. So who is this? Ash Crypto. He's basically talking about how BlackRock CEO Larry Fink essentially admitted, right, that he was wrong about crypto, about Bitcoin, right? He actually believes in the cryptocurrency and what's going to come, basically, right? And if the fund is 10 trillion, I mean, it's absolutely crazy what is potentially going to happen, you know? So I'll just let it play for a little bit here. You guys can check it out.
Believe that this maybe is an alternative. Is this an alternative in order to be able, because of a deficit, maybe something long-term people should have?
Absolutely. As you know, I was a skeptic.
Yes.
I was a proud skeptic. And I studied it, learned about it, and I came away saying, okay, my opinion 5 years ago was wrong. Here's my opinion today. This is what I believe in today. I believe the opportunity today. I believe Bitcoin is legitimate. I'm not trying to say there's not misuses like everything else, but it is a legitimate financial instrument that allows you to have maybe uncorrelated, non-correlated type of returns. I believe it is an instrument that you invest in when you're more frightened, though. It is an instrument when you believe that countries are debasing their currency, debasing their currency by excess deficits, and some countries are. I believe we have countries where you're frightened of your everyday existence, and if you have an opportunity to invest in something that is outside your country's control, then you can have more financial control. And so I'm a major believer that there is a role for Bitcoin in portfolios. I believe you're going to see that as one of the asset classes that we all look at. I look at it as digital gold, as I said before, and I do believe there's a real need for everyone to look at it as as one alternative to, I would say, the optimism that I have in the world. If you want to hedge hope, Bitcoin is not an instrument for hope unless you're hopeful you're going to make a lot of money on it. But I look at it as a vehicle in which you're expressing your financial acumen in something that you're more frightened of the world, you're more frightened of your existence. And I believe there's a great industrial use for it. And I think a lot of people are missing that.
I couldn't agree more. I changed my mind about it when you did. You admitted my thinking. It was like, you don't believe in it, so I can't believe it. I want to thank Larry Fink for the message of optimism.
Thanks.
And also for a great quarter. Larry Fink is the co-founder, chairman, and CEO of BlackRock, I think the most important investment company in the world.
Thanks, guys. Carl.
Now,
All right, you guys, what you just heard, Larry Fink. I know there was like some fake account or something going around that was Larry Fink talking about Hbar. I'm not going to really mention, I don't really care enough about, let's just say, some types of influencers in Hedera calling for absolutely insane prices for Hedera, clearly just straight up engagement farming. And then talking about Hbar ETF again. And I don't think it's even worth my time to call out who it is, but I mean, just understand. I mean, it's so important to understand why certain people are saying what they are. You know, if someone's calling for a $30 Hbar this year, you know, like, I mean, could that happen? I guess, but and obviously, would everyone love to see that? Like, I mean, no one wouldn't want to see that, right? If you're holding it, but you have to be extremely prudent. And a healthy level of skepticism as to like why certain people are saying certain things. I think $1 Hbar is fine, maybe a couple dollars, maybe depending on where this market heads. Right, if we head into a utility bull run, obviously we could see more than that. But it's like we're not there yet, right? Until we see something along the lines of that. I mean, it's kind of hard to make those claims, like in that way, I guess, right? So. Yeah, it's been an interesting time watching crypto Twitter, and I'm just trying to share as much alpha and facts as possible. So again, if you guys are just tuning in, this is your first time here at the Hbar Daily Show, welcome. We are covering all of the latest daily news, community updates, technical analysis. You guys know how it goes, everything that's going on every single day here in Hedera. I'm gonna get X back up here as well. But if you're just tuning in, I'm going to continue to repeat a lot of the same alpha that we share most days, just in case there are new people joining us here every single day. So shout out to you guys again. Don't forget to like and share the stream as well. It really goes a long way to support our show here today. All right. So again, if you guys are new here, right, I've been calling for August, September, maybe October, right, depending on what Q3 looks like here in this cycle for the potential next rally, right, for this cross up of the blue line on the stochastic RSI of the orange line as well. So again, we haven't seen it yet, but basically, if you're new here, every single one of these crosses right here usually signifies a significant momentum shift for Bitcoin, right? This was the local bottom, right? Blue went under it, blue goes over, it gets super bullish, right? You can see the rally here from February to March into April, right? And then it crosses down, right? The blue crosses down, boom, bearish. Literally went all the way down to 53K from what, 74K? That's a $20,000 drop on Bitcoin, right? Like that's nothing to scoff at, you know, that's a 30% drop right there, right? We did the math. We've been talking about it live for some time now. This candle looks great on the monthly. What was today? The 16th. We're about halfway into the month. If this month closes at this level, that's super bullish. A green bullish hammer is a bullish candle. So something you want to see, something that we're looking for, right? Obviously, we were talking about it down here. And I did say, right, if we break this level in this range, it could spell some further downside, right, to the 40s. The 40 level, right down in here. If we go back to the weekly, you guys will be able to see what I'm talking about. Let me zoom out right here, right? There was some healthy consolidation. This would be a 40% drop, right, from this level. So again, both of these would be relatively healthy and super normal, right, for an actual bull run. So let's not forget that. Again, 30% drop, 40% drop, super normal, super healthy. Now all we got to see, again, look at this RSI cross, blue up. That's bullish on the weekly, right? Now we just got to see it on the monthly. The RSI looks good, right? 57. Let's see it on the monthly here. Oh yeah, the RSI's been up there, right? 60. How low did it go? When was this? This is during the bear market. Yeah, so this is the monthly one, right? I mean, we haven't even, what did we get up to? 70. Yeah, I mean, we haven't even hit the Pico top in the 90s. So I mean, we're in a relatively healthy range for the monthly. I did say before, I know a lot of people don't like this, but I did say 78K Bitcoin might be the top this cycle. Obviously, if we go way higher than that, I'm not going to be complaining. But every single cycle has gone weaker and weaker. There's like this theory called the 5.3 theory. We're going to obviously see if that's true. I hope I'm wrong, right? I don't want that to be true. I want Bitcoin to go over 100K. Even if it hits 100K, that's going to be a massive psychological area that most people are probably going to be selling anyways. So it's going to be super fascinating to watch Bitcoin go from this level 60s to the 70s and hopefully maybe even higher. But we're just going to keep seeing, right? I'm going to read the charts. I'm going to share with you guys what I think, what I'm seeing, right? And in our alpha chat, right? Any plays, any new tokens, any new opportunities, we're just going to continue to talk about it. I'll continue to search for whitelist spots for my collectors, for my holders, those of you guys in the alpha chat. Like we're going to continue to run it up here, right? So shout out to all of you guys here tuning in here today. Appreciate everyone sponsoring our shows here as well. Mondays and Wednesdays are sponsored by Gilmore Estates. We have a couple other sponsors lined up starting in August. So again, if you're interested in our show and sponsorship, do shoot me a DM. Happy to connect with you all and support the ecosystem in that way as well. And again, shout out to everyone that has reached out and will be sponsoring our show. All right. If you guys are not following me on X already, feel free to shoot me a follow and join our new community. It just went live like probably 12 hours ago, last night at some point, right? Once the premium kicked in. So we're able to do our live stream, our broadcast over here. Make sure you've joined our community. I'll share some specific updates and of course, our next shows. So again, Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. EST, place to be in Web3. All right, you guys. Let's see here. Again, don't forget to like and retweet. Again, the sentiment, the market analysis with Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin looks good. I mean, it hasn't really done anything that is concerning, right? The chart looks good. The candles are looking good right now. The stochastics are looking good. The levels that they're at are good, right? We literally just need this to cross up, confirm above this level, and basically we're off to the races. I've been saying that for some time now. None of this is new information, but if you are new here, then that might be new information to you. And I will say, welcome home. Hbar is my home. We'll jump into some of the posts. Excuse me. We'll jump into some posts that I've been posting the last 24 hours or so. Hashtag Hbar is my home. Feel free to quote retweet that if you want to get that one trending as well. You're more than welcome to. Of course, are you paying attention? Hashtag Hbar to the Larry Fink news, of course, right? And then, of course, these are the two posts. Make sure you have joined our community as well. All right, let me jump over to the likes and see what is going on here. All right, so it looks like Hbar Foundation. Is this tomorrow? I always miss their July 15th. So this must be today. So they must have had a space today. I must have missed it. What time is it at? 11 a.m. EDT. I don't know what EDT time is. Maybe it's EST or something. So yeah, if you guys missed the Hbar Foundation space, go check that space out. Looks like Only LARPing created a post here 2 months until Karate Combat in Singapore. I'm excited for this one. All the Singapore events are going to be awesome. But it looks like Ashley and Blonde Broker are lined up for it. So go check that one out. Shoot them a follow as well. Genfinity, shout out to Genfinity.io. You can see their post here if you've missed what they're doing. What is this post supposed to be? Maybe it's the highlight. I know they're going to start doing spaces with Hashpack. So massive shout out to Hashpack, Genfinity. Make sure to go shoot them a follow as well. Let me tag their account here as well so you guys can see it. I'll give you guys a couple seconds to go check that one out as well. All right, and then a lot of you guys might have seen, let me just click on it here so you guys can see it. So what was it, like a week ago? July 8th, bigger on Hbar TBH, right? I went and commented on a bunch of you guys, what's bigger on Hbar, right? So shout out to all of you that jumped on it, right, and have responded. Speed, security, and trust is bigger on Hedera with Hbar tokens, right? Shout out to Render Hive. Shout out to everyone responding. I'll be highlighting you guys on the show over the coming week. So again, if you guys want to be featured on the show, get a shout out, make sure you are commenting and responding if I am commenting on your posts back as well. This person, Hbar Lari, I do appreciate their content. I believe I have the notifications turned on, but I think they have some pretty solid, insightful posts on Saucer Swap. There's someone else that does it too, but you guys can check out Saucer Swap, what they're doing. Their token looks pretty solid, right? Significantly undervalued compared to peers. That's what Lari's saying. Only at 40 million market cap. But it's kind of crazy to think of how low all of our tokens really here in Hedera is, right? I mean, even the main token in Hedera is off like a couple billion. I mean, that's so small, just in the grand scheme of things here in Web3. But yeah, that only means that when Hbar is adopted and DeFi really starts to blow up, I mean, we're talking like probably hundreds of X's on some of this stuff, right? I don't know about the DEXs, right? You got to go look at the market caps, but absolutely crazy what could be, right? Which that's just speculation, but just seeing what Hedera could turn into and where the DeFi is currently sitting, right? I'm looking at the spaces here again, right? Like the longer the space goes on, right, more and more people are jumping in here. We've been live for like 20-ish minutes. I mean, these spaces are relatively similar, and we're in Hedera, right? I mean, this is literally called the Hbar Daily Show. Like, we could have we could have similar numbers, which, I mean, we leave the show up for another hour or two. I mean, it'll pretty much be in this level. And it's like talking about TON, talking about Bitcoin, probably talking about Solana or Ethereum right here, right? This one's an Ethereum one, right? Like, none of these are Hedera spaces or content, right? So us being in the conversation, being on the map, highlighting and showcasing what we're doing, that just further gets showcased, right? The more you guys like our show, retweet the show, support the content creators in the ecosystem, right? Support the DEXs, support the platforms. Yeah, I mean, that's just what it's going to take at the end of the day. And of course, we're going to continue to create as much content as possible to get the word out here for Hedera. Look at this. This is super interesting when people are talking Cardano. Total number of transactions on Cardano is 93 million or under 94 million. And by comparison, 1 billion Hbar transactions were processed on Hedera mainnet in the last week. I think a lot of people in Hedera are kind of like numb or like kind of like whatever about what Hedera actually is doing in terms of metrics, just because it's like, oh, well, it's mainly APMA and it's subsidized and whatever, right? Like, I think those are like the reasons why people are just kind of like numb or just like whatever about it. That's just kind of like the sentiment I've gotten, just listening and observing the community. But it's like this, even if it is from mainly one main use case, and even if it's subsidized, like the moment that it's not from one only, and the moment that it's not subsidized, like whatever we thought Hedera was in terms of our network, like will be completely fundamentally, right, change forever, right? Like once it's subsidized, once it's unsubsidized, and once it's I'm going to say real, once it's through multiple different applications, right? Like I've been saying, right, 10,000 TPS is not that much for what Hedera is going to end up doing over time, and what it's going to be, what crypto as a whole, right? What crypto as a whole is going to be expected to do, right? I mean, we're going to be talking probably, I don't even know, 100,000 TPS a second or more, right? Like I think hundreds of thousands of TPS, which some people are like, oh, like I never really thought of it that way, but it's true though. Like whatever these applications that have trillions, right? Not thousands, not hundreds of thousands or millions, like trillions of data points, APIs, whatever that needs to be called, whatever needs to use the network, you know, like we're literally talking about trillions of different I mean, it's basically the equivalent of a smart city, right? That was the whole idea of like building a smart city, building a smart city and using the trust layer of the internet to do it, right? That's the vision. That's the future, right? So hyper fixating on the now and like what is happening, and oh, it's like we're so extremely ridiculously early into like what is crypto being adopted right now. But we have to, which is what I keep saying, right? Like we have to be in that conversation. And I do believe conversations, maybe we'll have to bring Carlos up here. I know Hbar Bull, I believe, has been interviewing him, but he has a connection with Elon Musk, right? He has a connection with SpaceX, like, and I believe they're partnered in some capacity, right, with their satellites and stuff. Which, again, shout out to Hbar Bull. I know he was doing what he had to do and doing his best in terms of shouting out what Hbar is, right? He was talking about Wise Key at the Karate Combat event, right? But a lot of people are just like, I don't get it, right? I don't know. I don't know what these words are, but it's like the moment you mention, oh, well, SpaceX, Elon Musk, right? Using crypto, right? That kind of stuff, people will get their attention. We're not there yet, arguably, but I do believe at some point in the future, we will have SpaceX or Tesla or one of Elon Musk companies and a bunch of other similar companies on the governing council as well. But again, we have to have more, be in the conversation through and through. I mean, Charles Atkins, I mean, he has such a massive, what's the word I want to use? Like a massive responsibility, really, right? I mean, the community here is pretty alive at this point, pretty vocal, pretty active, right? Obviously, it could be more active as always, but that's just really going to come with the growth of the ecosystem at the end of the day, right? So yeah, I mean, we really got to see what Charles ends up doing. I heard some really good takes yesterday, right, on the article that was posted on Friday. So if you guys didn't see that, we might touch on it a little bit later as well. And again, you guys, don't forget to like and retweet the show. Let's do another giveaway. All you got to do is like and retweet the show to be entered. We'll give away another 1,000 H Street tokens to the Hbar community. One for the spaces, one for the broadcast as well. Again, all you got to do is like and retweet the show to be entered as well. So we'll give away 2,000 tokens in total through episode 223 here today. All right. I haven't read through all of this yet, but there was an EVM workshop. And it looks like Patches was a speaker at Unlocking RWAs as well. So make sure you guys go check that out by Danny EID. If you're not following Danny, make sure you go shoot him a follow as well. I think he does a great job covering a lot of the alpha and the content in our ecosystem as well. Shout out to you, Danny. Appreciate you, brother. All right, you guys, again, make sure to go and check this post out as well. This is the other account that I have the notifications on, Chadi KSV. You guys, let me just click on it so you guys can read all of it. This is one of the other ones that's mainly focused on Sauce as well, which again, shout out to Sauce token. As the market progresses, right, Sauce is starting to wake up after a long period of slow price consolidation, which this is also in line with a lot of other tokens, right? A lot of them are paired with Sauce, a lot of them are paired and locked on Hedera, right? So this is really just speaking about Hedera HTS as a whole. The button has already been pressed. Rise to 10 cents soon. Soon you'll feel the uncomfortable sensation of missing the elevator and think, well, we'll catch the next one. There probably won't be any more elevators. TVL increasing, 24-hour volume increasing, and I'm assuming all of Hedera DeFi is increasing as well. And as I've been saying, as Bitcoin gets ever so much closer to crossing on the stochastic RSI, once we see that, arguably Hbar will be in a very similar. Actually, I've told you guys I want to be able to showcase Hedera and Bitcoin. So let me pull Bitcoin up and Hedera. So Bitcoin is actually going much higher today. Bitcoin is up to almost 65,000 right now. That's pretty wild. All right, let me throw Hedera up here. Give me 1 second to jump over here on the trading view. Again, if you guys are in the live stream, do let me know. If you are here tuning in live today, let me know what kind of content is your favorite content for us to be covering today, such as community updates, the daily news, of course, and TA, and any other type of news. Special guests. Special guest was the other one as well. All right, so let me pull up the stochastic for Hedera and the RSI. And if you guys don't know what platform this is literally just CoinMarketCap app. And you can only do this on desktop. I tried on mobile, but you're going to have to do it on the internet. Like you got to go and open up a separate tab. You can't do it on the app, which is super annoying, but it is what it is. All right, let's see. So this is the daily. Wait, the daily. Wait, why is HBAR at 55 on the daily? I guess it did surge quite a bit the last few days. Yeah, 55 is a little bit high on the daily. Not gonna lie, the stochastics kind of high too. Just kind of looking at it. I don't really look at this. I don't look at the daily that much though, so I'm not too concerned. I don't really even trade on the daily anyways. Okay, so again, weekly, right? What are we at on the weekly? 44. Yeah, that's not that high. All right, so look at this. So imagine this. I'm gonna go to the monthly chart here shortly. Oh, you guys can't even see what I haven't even moved the chart over yet. All right, so right here, right on the, what is this, the weekly, right? If we see this on the monthly, once this happens and we start going up, this is where I'm gonna get super bullish, right? So this is marking that bottom, right down at what is this, like a 5.57, and we're currently sitting at what, basically 8. So this is a perfect signal on the weekly specifically to showcase a lot more bullishness. The RSI looks like it bounced off this bottom level down here in the high 30s, and we're currently sitting in the 40 level. So we want to confirm above the 50 level, as I've been saying, right? We want this RSI to be up here as well. So let's check the monthly on Hedera as well. Look at that. What did I tell you? See, the blue's under the orange, right? Until we see the cross up, I'm not going to be that bullish just yet. Same thing right here. We're still under that 50 level. We're at 47 on the RSI on the monthly. So until we start confirming up here, we have a cross up here. I'm not going to be that bullish on the price action just yet, which means I'm not really buying too many HTS tokens at the moment. Just because, right, the more Hedera bleeds, or the longer it takes to consolidate, the harder that your HTS tokens will get hit. And then the opposite's true, right? The moment this crosses, whenever it crosses at some point in the coming months or next summer, whatever that'll look like, and until we close a significant level above the 50 on the RSI, I mean, I'm gonna wait, you know, and until we do that, man, it's gonna be absolutely crazy what's gonna happen. We're gonna see new tokens every day. We're gonna see some crazy stuff in our ecosystem. I can't wait. I know a lot of you guys can't wait either. Again, if you can't wait, don't forget to like and retweet the show. We're going to give away 1,000 H-Suite tokens on the spaces and on the broadcast as well. And I also heard every single like on our show here today increases the price of Hbar by 1 cent. To get some likes there, and feel free to leave a comment as well. Comment #Hbar to show your support as well. All right. So I believe Rob Allen, you guys all probably know who he is. All right, excuse me, I'm just drinking some water here. Awesome, appreciate you, Shady and Torbarian. You guys can go check out the merch store as well with what they have going on there. You guys probably know Rob Allen if you guys watch the Hbar Bull videos. You can, I believe he's the one that's on Australian Payments Plus, I think it's called, right? AP Plus, used by this many people, right? And so we haven't seen this live on Hedera to my knowledge. But again, I mean, all these governing council members, the ones that are showing up, right? Because not all of them show up to the meetings. Not all of them are super active, right? And that goes without saying, right? Not all of them are buying Hbar, or we're not aware of it yet. But once that changes, again, fundamentally, Hedera would be a completely different beast, right? And it's like, I don't really have a doubt. Like, that would be enough to move the needle to put us in the top 10 easily. But it doesn't mean we can't push as hard as possible on the side of retail, right? So that's what I'm trying to do. That's what we're here to continue to have these conversations. So shout out to Australian Payments Plus. Looks like they are, let me just pull it up here for you guys. Bringing together Australia's 3 domestic payment providers. You guys can see these here. Seeing more coordinated payments organization that's strategically placed to respond to the impacts of regulatory and technological change today and into the future. So you guys can see what is going on, but if they are building here on Hedera with FPOS, you can only imagine what this would turn into once they go live as well. So again, be super patient and understand that we are in the conversation where it counts in certain ways, but I think just being that much more in the conversation is just a matter of time before we absolutely dominate really in this space. I can't really see another situation, you know. Shout out to Kabila. I always enjoy the content, the posts that they make here. I think they're always well done. You can see all the tools. You can see a bunch of them. Go show them some love and support here. Let me pull it up here. You guys see all the tools that they have access to. And we have a bunch of other platforms as well on Hbar. But again, shout out to everyone here building, pushing the ecosystem forward. There will come a day, right, where people really want to get into NFTs. Regardless if there's a token involved. A lot of people hyper fixated on tokens recently, which I get. I think the time is still going to be for tokens. I think we're going to start to see more and more people get back into NFTs closer to the end of the cycle, which again could be towards the end of this year, going into the beginning of next year, or a year from now, right after next summer. So we're going to see. We're gonna call it. We're gonna talk about it here, and I'm gonna give you guys my honest take with the experiences that I've had here in the ecosystem, right? Again, if you're on the broadcast and if you're on the spaces, right? If you didn't know, now we have premium, so now we're able to live stream again. That's why there was no live stream yesterday. If you guys didn't know, we did live stream on YouTube though yesterday. So if you want to go listen to the live stream, literally just go on our YouTube channel, just type in Hbar Daily Show on YouTube, and it'll pop up. And then, of course, we now have a community group chat over here as well. So feel free to join us. Literally, all you got to do is click on my profile, whether you're on the spaces or here on desktop on the broadcast, and join us. It's public right now, but I am thinking of turning it into a private group as well at some point in the future. Once we hit, I don't know, a couple hundred people in the ecosystem, maybe a little bit more. We'll see. Foxman, shout out to you, brother. I appreciate the kind words. Appreciate the shout out to Postmaster as well. He's been killing it lately. Appreciate everyone that supports our shows and retweets our content ahead of time as well. It does a lot for our show, and it means a lot as well. And I see everyone that does it. So shout out to you guys. All right, Skellyverse. They have a mint coming up on the 20th. So what day is that? That is, I think it's a Saturday, yeah. So this Saturday, I don't know what time, I don't know where they're launching. I believe, last I heard, they're launching on Centex, but don't quote me on that. I went and checked their profile, I didn't see it, so I might contact Skellybets. Skellybets, if you're listening, feel free to come up, feel free to leave a comment down in the comment section. I'll tag it, I'll pin it up at the top for everyone listening here. We're giving away 20 whitelist spots, so for the mint this Saturday. The mint is 100 Hbar. I think it's pretty reasonable. Only 1,000 pieces, right? I don't have anything to do with the mint in particular. I'm just sharing one of the mints, right? And they also have their own website, right? They have a whole application built out. And you don't see that a lot personally, right? You don't see a lot of applications. You don't really see a lot of builders building before they mint. But they're doing the opposite of that, right? They're showing you a product. They're showing you what they're doing before they even mint anything. So I think it's pretty cool. You can shoot us both a follow, like, and retweet, tag some friends. I'll draw a winner in the next few days. I think their graphics are pretty cool too. I like the art personally. But again, feel free to go shoot them a follow, go show them some love and support. And I see a bunch of you guys already entering as well. I'll run a Twitter picker pretty soon here. And again, don't forget to like and retweet it as well. Let me go back here. Shout out to Gilmore States. I'm not sure if he's in here. I don't see him in the spaces, but shout out to you, brother, if you're in here. RWAs are bigger on Hedera. And again, everyone that's supporting our posts here again. Skellybets, Foxman, William Morris, appreciate all of you. A real one. Shout out to IPEX holding down the community with the latest alpha and giveaways. Give this Hbar Barbarian a follow if you're not following already. Massive shout out to you, brother, keeping it real. And yeah, I appreciate everyone that has been supporting us here. It looks like Mad Ash mentioned that they joined our space a couple days ago. Someone mentioned Karate Token, and he bought some out of liquidity, and now every time he checks it, he finds himself singing this song. So as I said, right, there's always going to be new people listening in to the show and maybe finding out about your tokens for the first time, right? So a lot of people are just kind of comfortable and used to like, oh, like everyone knows about this token. Everyone knows about whatever's going on, you know, but that's not necessarily the case, right? Some people maybe never heard about H-Suite or Karate or Pack Token or Sauce or your platform, right? Some people never heard about Silk Swap or the H-Suite DEX, right? No one's heard about the Saucer Swap DEX or Pangolin or Heli Swap or Centex, right? Like it's my job, it's your job, right? It's our job as a collective to talk about what's going on in the ecosystem, right? So let me jump over to Centex here. I just gave a shout out to Kabila. So I'm just trying to cover the platforms and the ecosystem, right? I'm not getting paid to cover anyone in particular, right? We're just covering what's going on in the ecosystem, right? So Centex, right? I don't think you guys can see the website at the top. Literally just type in Cent, S-E-N-T, X, right? Or you can see it right here, Centex.io. And you can pull up the #1 marketplace on Hedera, and you can find all of the latest NFTs here in our ecosystem. You can see all of the top 10 currently on the 24-hour. Shout out to Centex. I actually like keeping this little tab open. I think it looks great. It's super fun. I always love animated pixel art as well. Who is this? Takashi Monteke. He said 199 views. Let's go. Yeah, shout out to you, brother. Yeah, we're at 206 currently. And as I was saying before, if you guys are on the broadcast, you can see all of these other live shows currently, and they're all cross-chain, all other chains, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, right? And this is the Hedera one, right? Like we are in relative ranges, you know, and we've been live for about 40 minutes now, right? This is the future of where we're trying to go, right? The future of the discussions, and we're starting to bring on more, you know, we're starting to bring on more and more guest speakers, covering as much content as possible, and we're doing it Monday through Friday, you know, 5 p.m. EST, the place to be in Web3 here at the Hbar Daily Show. Appreciate you coming in here today. Let me jump up on a Hbar here. Let's see. I saw your post. Let me throw back to your post here. I swear I saw your post right here. I recognize the PFP. All right. He says exactly nothing live as of now, but the thread focus. This is the thread. We're going back to Australia and Payments Plus here. But the thread focus on their DLT involvement and possible use case going live in the next 12 months. Yeah, that's incredible. Hedera will be involved with Australian decentralized digital ID in combination with payments. And it's like, okay, let's just hypothetically say it's just Australia, right? Like, and I'm just saying, right, just being like hyperbolic here, right? Like just Australia. But it's like, what's stopping other countries from jumping in, right? Or using Hedera's DLT in this way, right? Like, I don't know what is stopping it. And so seeing it, it literally just takes the first few to adopt Hedera in this way, in a major way, to really set the groundwork, set those foundations, open up the pathways for the next platforms, you know, the next people, the next opportunities and retail members really to be onboarded. Again, if you guys are just joining in, don't forget to like and retweet the show here today. Share it with your friends. Let everyone know about Hedera. The rising tide lifts all boats. We're trying to share the word of Hedera and make sure everyone in the ecosystem has a voice, has a mic opportunity, and of course, you guys get as much exposure as possible if you are sharing news here every single day. That's what we're here to do. And also click on my profile. You guys can join our brand new Hbar Daily Show community here. So you guys can stay up to date with the latest news there as well. I'll just share some posts there, but we do have a separate alpha chat. We're not getting rid of that. We're going to keep that, but now there's like a dedicated way to do things now that we have premium as well. So shout out to everyone tuning in here today. All right. Yeah, this is awesome. I mean, we worked super hard to get to this point, and I can only imagine once the market really turns around, how large we're just going to grow as an ecosystem. You know, it's not going to be just a show. It's going to be the tokens, the platforms, the NFTs, right? Like everything will just grow. And it's not just like a little staircase, you know, it's not just one step to the next step. Like it's a full-on exponential growth pattern that's going to be absolutely crazy. And it's just like, are you going to be patient? Are you going to weather the storm? Are you going to sell during the red days? You know, like it's really going to be, are you mentally, do you have the mental fortitude? You know, do you have the knowledge and the experience to stick it out? You know. All right. Who was that? Shady Barbarian, appreciate you. Let's go for that 250 like, 250 retweet. Appreciate you, brother. And yeah, shout out to everyone in the spaces. Shout out to everyone in the broadcast as well. Shout out to Hbar for the post and the spotlight as well. And appreciate you commenting on the live stream. Again, you guys are here in the live stream. Make sure to leave a comment. I'll pin you to the top for a little bit there as well. Give you guys a little shout out. On Tangem, make sure you guys are following Tangem as well. Looks like they have a cold hardware wallet as well. HTS tokens are here, right? More and more hardware wallets are adding HTS tokens, and I believe Ledger already has their HTS tokens as well. So I'll have to start porting some of those over there as well at some point in the future. You guys can see USD, USDC, NADA, Sauce. Others are waiting for you in Tantrum wallets. Let's see here. Just drinking some water here. Absolutely thrilled to finally introduce these highly requested tokens on the Hedera network. Feel free to explore and enjoy. Yep, go check those out as well. Look at this. HODL always wins as well. The Hashgraph Association is thrilled to announce a partnership with the latest African blockchain report. Here, let's click and see you guys. Whoa, there's a lot. Okay. All right. Shout out to everyone listening in here today. Let's see. Offers a comprehensive look into the blockchain funding landscape in Africa, highlighting the dynamic and diverse ecosystem across the continent. Okay, let's see. I'm just going to skim it if there's anything specifically about Hedera. So Africa emerges as a new blockchain unicorn. Yeah. A total private block 3. Okay, join us and explore. Okay. Hashgraph Association then. Wow. Yeah, the Hashgraph Association has been posting quite a few as of late. Pretty solid partnerships. I really appreciate some of the posts that they've been doing. We might have to do a deep dive on them at some point in the near future. Hashgraph Association, DLT Science Foundation, the Hbar Foundation. If you guys didn't know, are all platforms associated with Hedera, basically given specific amounts of Hbar over time, which we need to see the audits to see how much they have left, how much is being going for these partnerships and so on. But this is through the governing council for these platforms. So that's very, very important. Khalifas, appreciate you, brother. Here's the other thing before we jump to the next point here with Danny. Once again, shout out to Danny if you guys aren't following him. Let me tag his account really quick. Khalifas, 100-year company, patience, what say you? I agree with that, right? The only thing I will say is it shouldn't take 100 years, right, for everyone to know about it, for everyone to build on it, right? I think some people got really, really comfortable thinking, oh, well, it's a 100-year company, like it'll just figure itself out, you know? We don't have to really do much. It's just going to be here, you know? Like, well, a lot of people don't have 100 years, you know? A lot of people want to talk about what we're going to do today, right? And one of the best ways to do something, right? If anything is like, retweet, comment, right? That's just engaging with fellow H-barbarians is going to be the way moving forward. I get it, you know, people have their bags, they want to be in their silos, only support the people they like or whatever, but it's like you continue to be in your own silos and you just hurt your own bags, you hurt your own ecosystem. Like if you genuinely care about the growth of this ecosystem, like you're gonna do what it takes, you know, and what it takes is to like and support the people in this ecosystem as much as possible. And sure, if you don't like them or maybe you hate them or whatever, I mean, to me, honestly, it really all like the negativity, the drama, right, the bitterness, whatever, like all that just only lends to further just self-destructiveness and of course just toxicity and ways that people will leave this ecosystem because of that. You know, people will just not put up with it, especially new people, right? Anytime there's new people, they'll just straight up leave. They don't have time for it. Literally all most people are trying to do anyways is either learn about technology, if they care about that, right? Which most people don't even care about that at this point, or learn about the next opportunity, right? And if you're not talking about that, then if we're not talking about it, you know, then we're just going to lose so many more people. So again, talking about the opportunities, talking about the news, the alpha, and really, really staying away from as much of the drama as possible, because a lot of it's just orchestrated or intentional, or some people just like to engagement farm, right? Which I just try not to even entertain it at this point. It's not really worth my time, and I think it's a bit destructive for what we're trying to do anyways. And yeah, I think it does hinder new people coming on board to our ecosystem. I genuinely believe that. So yeah, we're staying away from the drama and we're going to focus on what is going on. And guess what? You guys know, especially if you've been in our alpha chat, when things are really, really heated and picking up in our ecosystem back in February, March, like we were literally calling every single token that was coming out. You guys don't like see every single trade that I do, but I let you know, hey, like I'm interested in these tokens. I see what's going on, you know. I'm not trying to pump and dump anything, right? We'll just talk about the opportunities, right? We see how low these market caps are, how low the total value locked is, right, in Hedera, right? Like if Hedera is to get adopted in any meaningful capacity, like the upside is absolutely ridiculous, you know? So like, is not even a pump and dump. It's literally just what are you going to pick, you know, that's going to pump at this point, and which teams are you going to trust, or are you just going to throw your money blindly into the abyss, you know, and hope for the best and just continue to get rugged, right? Because let's be honest, most people in the space, that's what they're doing. They're just throwing it into the wind, hoping for the best, right? And they just consistently get rugged, right? I can't control that. I can only speak into it so much, but I'm not focused on that anymore. You know, if you're going to get burned, you're just going to throw your money, whatever. I'm not speaking to you, you know, like time to waste to cover that kind of stuff. You know, if you're genuine, you want to talk about different trades and different opportunities, we're going to talk, we're going to interview the teams. We're going to bring up the new tokens, the new NFTs, the new platforms, right? And if they rug, we're going to talk about it, right? We're going to call it out. We're going to see. And I've been here for many, many years, right? I've seen not everything, but most what these ruggers are going to try to pull off, and we're going to talk about it, you know. And if you're genuine, you want to build an actual product, and maybe you're doing it ahead of time, right? That's why I feel pretty comfortable shouting out Scally Bets ahead of time, doing a giveaway, which I'm not going to do a shout out. I'm not going to do a giveaway for every single person, right? I'm very, very reserved when it comes to that kind of stuff. I'm very reserved on who I'm going to allow sponsoring the shows, right? I want to make sure our reputation is as high as possible, because I really do care about the responsibility, the weight of what we say, the things that we do here on the show, right? Like I want to take that as seriously as possible, because if I don't take it as seriously as possible, then it's just going to only hinder not only the show, but the amount of people that are going to actually come and stay and get onboarded to Hedera. I truly believe that. Personally, you guys can see who's showing up here today in the spaces, obviously in the broadcast as well. But I'll end my monologue there. But yeah, I mean, I really, really believe that. And I believe that we're going to onboard that many more people if we are able to continue to rally together. And all it takes literally is a simple like, a retweet. If you guys are still learning, some people I imagine are still figuring out how to quote retweet stuff. Literally just copying and pasting and quote retweeting people's posts goes along a much further way than you guys think. What was it? I can't imagine not being an H Barbarian or something, right? By Brandon. Retail pays the bills. Bigger on Hedera, TBH, my brother with his HBAR, like that kind of stuff, right? And there's going to be more of them, right? I'm not slowing down. I know Brandon's not slowing down, right? And a bunch of other HBAR community members, Brady, and Danny, right? We have Danny up here again, right? We're going to start bringing some up to speak here soon as well. And of course, if you want to be part of that, you know, you want to create content, well, all you gotta do is DM it to me, show me on your timeline, right? If it's on my timeline, I'm gonna go out my way to like and retweet, right? You guys can see all the content that I've been sharing here every single day, right? I try my best to cover as much HBAR news as possible. All right, well, shout out to Danny once again as well. You guys can check out this post and see one of Lehman's recent interviews as well on Let's Talk. Shout out to Dovu, one of the use cases I'm really excited for with ecological credits, seamless and secure on Hedera as well. The tokenization, I should say, of and sale of ecological credits. They have a charger protocol here as well. You know what? We're coming up towards the end of the show, so let's start wrapping things up here. We haven't covered this. I don't think we've covered this in the past weeks, but looks like Cantor with Hbar has actually been making these weekly roundups, which I think are great. So let's touch on it here before we start wrapping up. Again, we try to keep these to about an hour. So again, shout out to everyone tuning in here today. These are recorded. So shout out to all of the amazing H Barbarians that listen to our shows every single day, Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. EST. These are recorded as well. So shout out to all of the amazing H Barbarians listening to the recording as well. I know a lot of you guys make it to the end. I appreciate all of you guys listening to the end as well to stay up to date with all the latest news, ecosystem news, and alpha as well. All right. So this will probably be the final point here. I think Cantor, Hbar are doing a great job. Hedera set to host Hello Future Hackathon with early side quests. If you guys didn't see the hackathon post, we covered it, I think, on Thursday. Hashpack, new address book, and more. Growl first Hedera meme coin listed on Coinstar Exchange. We covered that yesterday. Dovo releases Alpha Charger Protocol. We just covered that right now. Hedera Foundation launches RFP pilot for community-driven grants. We covered that on Thursday or Monday. And then Citadel Wallet nearing launch release project report. We covered that yesterday as well. So that was some of the biggest news from this last week. And of course, since we host every single day, we cover it live pretty much within that 24-hour period. But go ahead and shoot Tierbot AI a follow with Cantor. Make sure you're following Cantor as well to stay up to date. There's a couple other posts in here that weren't highlighted. If you guys aren't familiar with 4D Sky, this is the network operated by Neuron World. Make sure you're checking that out as well for 4D Sky app. I guess I'm not following them. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure I'd followed them before. But Neuron, right? Neuron, WiseKey, Hyundai, right? The list goes on like potential use cases on Hedera. And it's just a matter of time before they go live here as well and completely change the name of the game here in Hedera. All right, the Mouth, they have a live speeder. We're just going to do super fast the remaining updates here. Go check out We the Mouth if you haven't followed them already. I responded to someone earlier. Just go look at my replies. We did an interview with them. About 300 people showed up. Massive shout out to everyone that showed up to the interview of We the Mouth. I think what they're doing is pretty exciting, really interesting. And they do, I believe, monthly, pretty awesome sponsored giveaways. So go check out what they're doing. Tomorrow's the Kabila open mic. Go check it out in the morning, 11 a.m. EST. Oh, here, yeah, we'll just end it with this here. The Hbar Foundry. If you guys are not following the Hbar Foundry, make sure you're following them as well. I think they're doing some awesome stuff. They host private, like Google Meet calls. I actually didn't know that they were still doing them. They had stopped chatting in the Discord, so I missed a bunch of them. But recently I've been tuning in. I think I missed last Fridays. I don't know why I missed it, but I missed last Fridays. But every Friday I forgot what time. I think it's like 8 my time, so probably around like 11 a.m. EST. They host Google Meet. So if you guys haven't joined them, feel free to jump in. There's like 20 people that meet every Friday. It's pretty dope. But go check it out. I think they're doing some awesome stuff. They have some great conversations there as well. But there's an open letter to the Hedera Council. Let me see here. I probably won't open it now. We'll probably open it tomorrow. But make sure you guys go follow it, go give it a read, go see what they're trying to do. It's in relation to responding to the Hedera Governing Council. It's definitely worth a read, definitely part of a solid initiative, solid movement for our ecosystem. So make sure to go give them some love as well and go check out this open letter. All right, you guys, well, we're going to shut down the show here today. Again, don't forget to like and retweet the show here today. Show some support, share the stream with your friends, let people know the place to be in Web3 here in Hedera at 5 p.m. EST. Again, Mondays and Wednesdays are sponsored by Gilmore Estates, tokenizing real estate on Hedera. Shout out to you, brother. And you guys, if you're interested in ever sponsoring our show, DM IPEX_Hbar on X. All right, you guys. Well, that concludes our show here today. Also, we are live on YouTube. So if you did not know, we are live over there as well. Go shoot us a subscription. Let me pull it up really quick so you can actually see where we are. So if you, I got to turn this off really quick. There you go. All right. And I also have, I know on X, I can't do that, unfortunately, but I have all of the upcoming shows scheduled as well. So you never miss a show. You never miss the time. You never miss the episode, right? And they're all recorded as well. So you guys can live stream whether you're on X, whether you're on YouTube. And then we're going to start adding more platforms very soon as well. So stay tuned for the growth of the Hbar Daily Show. And of course, if anyone ever, I'm going to work on some more graphics for like the community wallet, donations, the overall branding for the show. So we have a lot coming. We've been doing this for about two to three. I think this is week 3 now. So we're just getting started on the broadcasting side of things as well. If you've enjoyed it, you've appreciated it at all, don't forget to like and retweet. If you want to join, if you want to enter the 1000 H Suite giveaway as well here today, all you got to do is like and retweet the show to be entered. All right, you guys, I hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday. Don't forget to enter the giveaways. Don't forget to join the Hbar Daily Show community on my personal profile here. And with that being said, we will wrap up the show here today. Much love, you guys, and I will catch you tomorrow, 5 p.m. EST, here at the Hbar Daily Show, the place to be in Web3. Much love, you guys. Peace, and have a great rest of your Tuesday.
And as you can see, I am not dead. I yielded. And as you can see, I am not dead. I yielded. And as you can see, I am not dead. I yielded. And as you can see, I am not dead. I yielded. And as you can see, I am not dead. I yielded. And as you can see, I am not dead. I yielded. And as you can see, I am not dead. I yielded. And as you can see, I am not dead.